I'm Mary.
We just want to make some videos here. We recently bought a small acreage out in the country. We both came from the cities. A little bit of background on us, I guess. We both lived out in the country before. We were both married before and all that type of thing. Well, we both ended up getting divorced and then moving into town. We didn't really like that so much. We finally, one day, we've been looking for a country house for a while. But one day we found in the paper they had one for about a third of the price that country homes have been going for in our region here or whatever. And so we decided to go ahead and jump on it. You know, it's old and it's it's nothing fancy, nothing like that. But it's a good solid little property, and I think we're gonna have a good time out here doing, fixing it up and things like that. We wanted to kind of document what we're doing, on YouTube, just kind of track our progress, and if we can get some good comments from people who are already homesteading and things like that, it might even help us out.
So we just wanted to say welcome to MJ Homestead, where we are living our dream. We would like to maybe just kind of take you around the property a little bit and show you what we have and kind of give you an idea of what we are hoping to do. So if you want to come along with us, great. Hopefully we'll learn a lot of things and trial and error, and like I said, we're not perfect, but we hope to have a perfect little place for us. So come join us and we'll show you around the place. Yep.
Alright, take a peek around the yard here. Here we've been living in town for a long time, so my wife drives a Kia Sorento. Probably not the best pulling rig on the planet. I drive a Hummer H3, obviously also not the best pulling rig on the planet. We found a guy online who was selling this pickup, the 1997 F-150. It has the 5.4 liter V8 engine in it. It came with overload springs, which is what we wanted to have, just for a feeder, farm pickup, hauling rig sort of a thing. It's actually been working out really well. We've had a big heavy hauler car trailer on it before, with equipment and everything on it, and she used it up pretty good. So this is what we need out here, something that can pull some things around. Anyway. What we're working on now, a lot of it got overgrown. The previous owner did a whole lot of mowing, just mainly the main yard and let all that kind of stuff out. So we're going to try to chop all that stuff. We're not out here today. We planted some alfalfa a couple of years ago. We have approximately 5 acres here. It goes from the road, goes back to that fence line back there, and then straight across back into the tree line. This field here is approximately half the width of the property. Double this, that's what we have back there in the tree. Dilapidated old shed. This will be our future chicken. We're going to make a video on when we go ahead and construct that. What we want to do is we want to blow the roof off of it. We're going to put a lean-to on each side. We're going to put storage for mowers and things like that on the one side. The other side will be a run for the chickens.
But we're also going to free range as well.
Free range as well. And we're going to tin the roof and things, but they're tin the whole building after we're done. And obviously make some doors, and it'll be a big project, so it should be a fun video later on. But we'll figure out what we're doing and how we're going to do it. Yeah, this is just more tree line that all goes back to the road. It's pretty much a perfect rectangle. As you can see, there's not a whole lot out here, which for us was kind of nice. A lot of the farm properties that we looked at had buildings, had outbuildings, had Quonset, they had things like that. But they were also old and dilapidated. They would have been more of a liability than anything. So now we have to tear the building down and build a new one. If it's blank, we can just build whatever we want to build. We're planning on doing a animal shelter too. We're going to have a cow every year just to butcher for meat, and maybe do a pig and a couple goats for milk, and we'll make videos on all that kind of stuff too, making goat cheese and all that cool stuff once we get to that point in a couple of years. We end up buying one of these too for just getting all that overgrowth out of here and things like that. This is we're guessing a 1975 David Brown Case 990 tractor, 53 horse diesel. It's got a 3-point hitch with a 540 PTO. That's pretty standard. It's got a 2-speed PTO. It's 540, I think 1,000. It's pretty standard. There's not a whole lot to it really. And we got this 5-foot wide brush cutter for the back. And that was some tractor supply, I think. But this thing should be a pretty decent little workhorse for us. I would eventually maybe put a front end loader with a grapple on it and things can move the hay bales around and whatnot. But we'll see. I guess if that's something that we need or not. It's kind of convenient because with a 3-point, it has a hydraulic output on the back too. You can pretty much run whatever you wanted to off the back of this thing. You run snow blowers or post hole diggers or whatever you wanted. So it would be really handy for us. The property came with a 2.5 stall garage, which is nice. This is newer. It's like a 7-year-old garage. Made the place just more of a value for us for the price that we paid for it. It would just we stole the place from the people pretty much. But it was a good opportunity for us to actually get started doing some of the homesteading stuff and doing things we wanted to do and just to get out of town. So, but it'll be nice. Oh, yeah, we just find one of these. I think it's a
275, I believe.
275 gallon water container. We're going to start catching rainwater. None of the buildings on our property have any rain gutters on them at all. Somebody just neglected to put any of them up, so we'll have to do that. And then we're going to catch the rainwater to water things like trees. This little baby spruce we got before we moved in here or whatever. We just planted him, and so we're going to catch rainwater for that kind of stuff, gardening, or maybe the animals later on and stuff like that to catch rainwater for them. So we have 255 gallon drums and there's 1 275. We'll probably be looking at getting more of those. We did have some raised planting beds over here too when we moved in. I'm not sure if we're going to end up using that. We're just going to fill up a section of ground for our garden. I'll make a video on that too, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's that for now. This is where we're going to put our sign to our entrance of our property. We're going to have just some green tree posts coming out of the ground in an H pattern with our symbol. We're making our own little symbol out of rebar, repainting it black and all that stuff. Put our name plaque on there and things, and that'll probably be at the beginning of all of our videos from now on, after we get it filled, and then on out, it'll be the beginning of all of our videos. But yeah, this is the house. It's pretty simple. It's just an old farmhouse. They always built them. They was just built little rectangle houses back then. They were always 2-story. It's pretty, average for the period. I think it was built in like 1902 or something like that. So it's old, and inside it needs a lot of work and things like that. But nothing that has to get done. The house is functioning as it is, as a house. We want to eventually build another house out here, or bring a modular, or do something like that in a couple of years. So this house has to last us a couple of years, and I think it'll be just fine. It's so far it's been working out okay. It's nothing fancy, but yeah, I think for now that's pretty much it. Well, we hope that if you guys end up watching anybody who watches the video ends up liking it and can watch some of our later videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Thank you.